Taiwo is a young man with money. He was looking for where to invest his money. Someone has convinced him that there is a truckload of money to be made in fish farming. He has heard about the huge potentials inherent in fish farming. And so Taiwo decided to invest his money in the fish farming business. He went about looking for a fish farm he will hire or even buy outrightly. Fortunately for him, he met a man who wanted to sell his fish farm. They sat down, they negotiated. Taiwo was about to pay for this fish farm when he asked the man this question: "But why do you want to sell your farm?" The man, being naive, went about listing several challenges he's facing in his fish farm. From the high cost of fees, to how he's managing diseases, to how he's not getting markets to sell his fish, to how he's not making profit. After listing all these challenges, Taiwo chickened out. Taiwo cancelled the deal. Taiwo told the man that, "Wow, I don't think I can invest in this farm. Let me use my money to do another important thing." Few months later, another person bought that farm. And this new buyer revamped the farm and was making truckload of money from that farm, making profit upon profit from that same farm that the man sold and Taiwo refused to buy. Do you see the lesson in this story? If this is your first time of seeing my face, my name is John and this is Sir John Farm. In this channel, we'll talk about farm-related matters, chicken, and other issues that concerns us as farmers. Now let's dive into the lessons we can learn from the issues or from the story about Taiwo. That the first thing we can learn from this story is one principle of success, and that is don't be over careful or over calculative. The Bible in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 13 says that the lazy one says, "There is a lion outside. I will get killed in the public square." And because of that, he stays inside. This principle shows that there are risks outside, but the lazy one will not take any step because of those risks. But people that are successful are going outside, even with the risks. They are countering the risks and they are gaining success in what they are doing. You see, if you want to start farming, if you want to do well as a farmer, don't talk to people that have failed in the farming venture you want to enter. Instead, talk to people that have succeeded in that farming venture. For example, you want to do poultry farming. Don't talk to people that have failed as poultry farmers. Instead, go and study people that have become successful as poultry farmers. You see, successful poultry farmers, they meet the same challenges these failed poultry farmers met. It's not as if their own was rosy, they did not meet any challenge at all, and that's why they are successful. No, they met the same challenges. The difference is that they coped with the challenges well. So if you discuss with them, you will learn how to cope with challenges. But if you turn to these failures, so to speak, you will gain negative insight that will discourage you. You'll be like that lazy man that says that there is a lion outside. I will be killed in the public square if I venture out. And so he dare not venture out. So never be over calculative, never be over careful. Take calculated risks. You see, not being over careful does not mean that you throw caution to the wind and you just jump into any business you have heard about it without any feasibility study. No, that's not what we are talking about here. So you must do your research well. However, don't allow would-be challenges to stop you from grabbing an opportunity that has presented itself to you. If you want to go into farming, be prepared to learn from people's failures, learn from people's experiences, but never let that discourage you. Every day you see people relocating to America from other cities. They move from different cities to America. However, the same day you see people leaving America to other cities. That is just the fact of life. People will enter into business and people will go out. So before you enter into a business, don't be discouraged because you see people leaving that business or leaving that farming venture. No, you may be successful. Just ask people that are doing well there and then follow what they are doing. You will also be successful in that venture. Now, the second principle that is closely related to this one we have discussed is the principle of not expecting instant success. Yes, we live at a time that people expect instant success from whatever they are doing. As a farmer, you must realize that there is no elevator to success. You must take the stairs. What I mean by instant success is this. You see, some people will do poultry farming now. They will just hear about poultry farming that there is money in poultry farming, and before you know, they will enter into poultry farming. They will invest, and that first year it will not go well. Maybe they will lose. They will not make profit in that first year. After that first year, they see that they've not gotten the intended result, the profit that they were sold into believing, they've not gotten it. And so what will they do? They abandon poultry farming. They say poultry farming is not working at all. Now they go into piggery. They say it's piggery I want to do. They enter into piggery, do piggery for 1 year, 2 years, and they are not killing it. Before you know, they say it's no longer piggery. Let me go into goats. They do goat herding. 1 year, 2 years, they jump to another one. That's how they be jumping from pillar to post without mastering anyone. And before you know it, they give up entirely in farming and say, in fact, farming is nothing. There's no money in farming. Let me go and do another thing. That is one thing to avoid if you must be successful as a farmer. Yes, that's what we call learning curve. In anything you are doing, you must pass through the learning curve. The learning curve is the time it takes you to master your craft, the time it takes you to make mistakes, face challenges, cope with it, and then learn properly how this thing you are doing works. So it takes time. If you enter into any business or into any farming, you see people that have been there for years, when they see a good deal, they will know. From far away, they will just smell a good deal and say, wow, this thing is a good deal, and they will jump into it. But you, as a newbie in that venture, as a newcomer, you will not know because you've not gotten the learning curve. So for you to be successful, you must stay long in a business to learn it, learn how it is done, study the craft very well. And this might involve making mistakes. This might involve losing money for the first few years until you master the craft. Even if somebody sits you down now and explain to you everything you are going to experience in this farming business, I still tell you, you will still face those challenges, you will still make those mistakes that the person have tried to warn you in advance not to, because there are things you learn from practice. Yes, there are experiences you gain. Some experiences will sink in better from practice, and so that is why there are learning curve in everything you do. So you must stay to master those learning curve. And so if you want to do well as a farmer, you must imbibe these two principles I have outlined in this video. You remember the first one? Don't be over careful. Don't be over calculative. Remember, the lazy one says there's a lion outside. If I go out, I'll be killed. And so he stays inside. He's not taking a step. The second one is persevere until you pass the learning curve. Success is 99% failure. Don't be afraid of failing. In fact, it is not called failing, it is called learning experiences. This is how we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, share, and like this video. I will see you again in my very next video.